Hi guys, hi, how are you? This is Charlie Lee. I'm the CEO and then co-founder of the Balancehero. We are providing True Balance application.
Okay, so Charlie, could you start by giving a 1 minute overview of what is True Balance or Balance Hero?
Yes, Balancehero, the company, which we founded in 2014 July, and then we are like our company's vision mission is finance for all. So we are targeting like Indian middle class or next billion people who don't have the enough access to the various finance services, especially the credit related services. So True Balance is Android application which provide payment and then digital loan service. Our major target customers are like as I mentioned, like Indian middle class. 1 billion people who have the like major population who are the major population of India, and then who don't have enough access to various financial services, especially credit related services.
So you said payments and credit both. Is it like a UPI payments app?
Uh, yeah, we have a UPI feature as well. We have a PPI license, which we got from RBI in 2014. Actually, we started our business from payment first, which is like players. We got the MBFC license in 2019. So we started our service from payment. And then from 2019, we top up the digital loan service.
So payment means like you started like an app like Paytm. That was how you started.
Um, Not exactly. Actually, now actually we support UPI as well. But we started. We have the PPI license is prepaid instrument, so we have like a wallet, and then the people can top up the wallet and then easily actually spend the money from the wallet without getting OTP and without any other hassles.
Okay, okay. So let's cover the journey of how you got to where you are today. What's a Korean guy doing in India? Let me start with that first.
Yeah, I think it's kind
Tell
of
me
a
about that journey. From Korea. What did you study in Korea, and after that, a little bit of your career in Korea.
yeah. Actually, it's the kind of the first natural question from everybody. Actually, I actually studied in Korea, like college, and then I studied in the States, like I mastered in the University of Chicago. And then after I came back to Korea, I actually started my business focused on the Asian business. So,
Sorry,
my
what business did you start?
Asian Pacific business, global
Okay,
business.
okay,
So
okay.
that's how actually I got connected with India in 2002. Actually, I believe, at the time I was working for Real Networks, which is the American company. I was the head of Asian Pacific business. So when
And
I,
Real Network had I think they had a sound card and they had a music player.
yeah, that's old time business. But after that, actually, they merged it one Korean company. And then I was the head of Asian business, which is specialized for value added services for mobile operators, telecom companies. So I
What kind of
was
services?
So we have provided various value-added services, but one of the most representative and successful value-added services is Hello Tunes. In Korea we call coloring, and then we are the first company to invent that service in Korea, and then we try to, explore other markets, and definitely India was one of them. And then actually we approached the Airtel. I led the team, and then we actually got the deal. So in 2002, I came to India first, and then I joined the RFP process, bidding process, and we finally got the deal. And then actually, the service is more like ASP model, which means like we don't sell our system, we invest, and then we install every servers and softwares, and then we maintain not just system but also service operation. In return for that, we share the revenue from the Airtel. So that was a very, very successful service. As you know, Hello Tunes was very, very popular. After that, actually, we managed to provide to Idea, BSNL, Aircel, all other telcos. So that's how
Amazing.
actually my India journey began. So
You said ASP. So ASP is what, like application service
yeah,
providers?
application service provider model. So
Okay, okay,
we install everything, we operate, and then we get the revenue share from the
okay.
telcos. Yeah, that's the kind of
And
a model.
did you have any competitors who were offering this Hello Tunes, or you were the only
Yeah,
player?
actually, at the time there were some of the Indian companies invited, Chinese companies invited, but we managed to get the deal. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. So that started your Indian journey. 2002, you came here. How long
Mhm.
were you with Real Networks?
Actually, I started my first venture in 2006. So until 2006, I have led the Asian Pacific business. India is of course one of that. But in 2006, together with my actually co-founders, they're also from Real Networks, and then we kind of made the decision to start our own venture. So we have provided similar value-added services to various telecom companies in India, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand. So that's the first venture actually I founded in 2006.
And same Hello Tunes or other products
Hello
also?
Tunes is also we managed to provide to some of them, but the major product is not Hello Tunes. Like there were many value-added services, so we managed to provide those to various
What
Asian
kinds?
telcos. Like I don't know if you heard about the like emoticon, the sticker SMS. When you send SMS, we convert into the sticker style SMS.
Okay,
Also like a caller tagging service. When you make a call, we send the like some user defined greeting message to the users, the callee. There are some like as you know, before smartphone there were so many kinds of feature phone based value added services. So we have managed to provide those services to Asian telcos.
okay, okay, okay. And this business was making good money. Like, what kind of
Yeah,
revenues?
actually, we made quite good business. So we made some good amount of money. But as you know, from 2011, 12, after the iPhone and then all the smartphone came out, telecom guys are not the king of kings anymore. Whole the ecosystem changed. Apple, Google, they become the major player. So actually, in 2014, our business didn't grow that much compared to previous days. So we made a decision to start smartphone-based new services, and then we actually made five task force teams under Access Mobile umbrella. So we made a task force. So all these five companies later on, we actually split out, and then the five companies actually we made. One of those five companies is this Balancehero. So we made a e-commerce company, we made a gaming company, we made a advertisement company, but actually, two of those five companies are still active and they're very good. And then one of these five is Balanceo, and then I made a decision to lead this business by myself.
Okay, very interesting. What kind of revenue did you do at your peak? Like 2011, 12, you said was the peak year. What kind of like million
You mean
dollar?
the Access Mobile?
Yes, yes, for the value added service.
We made almost like $1 million of profit every month. So like more than
Wow,
$10 million yearly profit.
profit,
Yeah,
amazing.
profit.
So
Mhm.
very, very, very cash rich kind of a
Yeah, actually at that time. But
amazing.
our business didn't grow. So we
Right.
made a big bold decision that we are gonna stop the value service and then we are gonna start the application based B2C kind of services.
And what was your headcount like?
Um the max is like, we have more than 300 people.
Okay. And
Mhm.
Korea based, like all of
No,
this.
actually all over the place.
Okay.
Korea, India, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore,
Hmm.
all over those places.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So this task force that you set up is a slightly unusual approach. Most founders I speak to, when they face this kind of a challenge, like you faced a challenge where the industry changed from the platform being the telephone operators. Like earlier, if you wanted content, like say if you wanted to know real-time cricket scores, you would subscribe to some value-added service with Airtel, and Airtel would send you cricket scores real time. So, and then that got replaced with apps, and those apps were through Apple and Google. So Apple and Google became the platforms, and so your business obviously got hit. um, in such scenarios, most founders would typically do, like, experiments of their own, very hands on. What made you decide that, okay, let's set up five
Mm.
different task forces? And you would probably have had empowered and independent teams for each of those task forces who would be doing it on their own. What made you go that route?
It's very interesting question. Actually, there are several reasons. First one is actually, we are kind of pivoting our business, right? This Access Mobile was purely B2B business. Our clients are the telecom guys. But what we try to do at the time is B2C application business. It's a totally new kind of approach. So we think we were like, we believe this is a new type of new DNA kind of service. So we believe that it's going to be totally out of the existing structure and then DNA. So TF is just for the beginning. Later on, all those five TF became a separate entity. So that's the first one. So totally new business. The second one is like I believe because we had the money, we had a quite good amount of money. So I made a decision instead of sharing this profit, the cash, things, because our vision mission was bigger than actually at the time where we were. So I made a decision to reinvest all those money, and then I had a very good co-founders at that time as well. And then I wanted to give them the motivation and incentive to fully commit to those new business. So of course, major shares like Access Mobile invested, but actually I wanted to give all these co-founders to lead each one of these five, task force business, and then they get motivated.
Okay, okay. So you wanted new DNA, young blood, which also had skin in the game, because they would have equity in the company which got spun out of it.
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
Interesting. So,
Mm.
what happened to the four that the other four? One we will talk about in detail, but the other four, just very quickly, like what happened to them?
It's kind of I'm very happy to see this kind of question coming up because you are the kind of the first one to ask these details. Um, yeah, actually, out of five, one is Balancehero, and another one is just still very active, and then their company is over $100 million valued company. So
Wow.
that's like Gifticon, like it's a kind of e-commerce, but their major market is Philippines, and they are doing also business in Indonesia as well. But that company is also quite active and then growing very fast.
There's
And
like a
then
standard e-commerce like Amazon, Flipkart.
no, 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 no. It's not like that. It's like a gifticon. Gifticon means like, you send us some kind of emoticon, but actually
Oh,
that emoticon includes some code, and then that's actually the, like, voucher. So you can
okay.
actually use that voucher to buy anything. So that's a very popular service, long, more than like, decade ago in Korea. So we just,
So
copy and paste.
this would be like, on festivals you give some money.
Yeah, it's like Amazon gift card kind of things, but
Yeah.
this is yeah, very similar to Amazon gift card, but this is over telecom users, and then the
Okay.
like recharge amount. Actually, they can use it as well. In India, it's not allowed yet, but in other market, it's allowed. So actually, with like for example, 500 rupees prepaid balance, I can use this 500 rupees to buy something, and then we give this, the gift con. We call it gift card plus emoticon. So it's gifticon. So they can, gift those gift con to each other, and then they can use it.
So like what M-Pesa was doing in Africa,
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
but more gamified because of the
Exactly.
emoticon with it. Got it. Okay.
They are
Okay.
all
Okay.
gone.
And the other three?
One of the services was gaming company, And then one another is like commerce, Korean, like, Southeast Asia, Korean products, especially cosmetics kind of products were very popular. So they wanted to explore to sell the Korean cosmetics to Indonesia and then Southeast Asian market. And then the third one is, advertisement network kind of a, platform. But, all these three services, they're all gone. So now it's only two left
Hmm.
running.
Let's talk about the True Balance journey. So you started by applying for a PPI license, like from day one. That was the idea to start a payments business.
No, 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 no. Actually, we started our service from mobile prepaid users balance checking service. So that was a very interesting actually approach. From the day one we launched through Balance, our goal, ultimate goal and mission was to provide the finance to underserved underbanking users. So from the day one we launched, actually, it took just 5 minutes to choose the market, between India, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, whatever it is. We chose India within 5 minutes because we had a three criteria when you start a new business. First one is the size of the market. Second one is the speed of the growth. Third one is the maturity of the market. If the market is too mature, actually there's nothing, we can do. From this three point of view, 2014, when I founded Balancehero, definitely India was the one. India was the very clear one pick. But when we study and then find out what kind of item, what kind of business we are going to explore, it took 6 months. But thanks for our background of telecom business. I don't know if you are familiar with the USSD, like a star 123 sharp, and you make a call and then you get the USSD pop-up message. That message was free. And then at the time, actually, we figured over the Android phone, Android application, this USSD feature we can enable it, and then we can get the message, and then we can actually scratch and then scrap it, and then we can make a like infographic display. So we made a decision to start from this mobile balance checking because we believe mobile balance recharge, even at that time, 2014, 13, Paytm was there, free charge was there, MobiGig was there. Like, those services are very popular because India is a very, very unique country because out of like 1.1, 1.2 billion mobile users, 1 billion are prepaid users still. Postpaid users, 100, 200 million only. So 1 billion prepaid users, they recharge at that time, it's more than 5, 6 times a month. Now I think it's 2, 3 times a month. So like 1 billion users, 5, 6 billion transaction per month. That's not the biggest service in India only, maybe the biggest service in the world. So most of Indian actually, like including Paytm, like a fintech players, they wanted to start from mobile recharge because users are there, transactions are there. But what we figured is that before recharge, mobile prepaid users, they need to check their balance. So we kind of found out if we can notify the right time of the recharge, and if we can notify recommendation right pack for our users, then the mobile recharge is going to be much, much more powerful. And then actually we can easily get into mobile recharge. And then actually, as you know, as you see the Paytm, like recharge to bill payment and other payment and other finance services like commerce and insurance and finally the loan. So that's the kind of journey we were thinking from the day one. Even though we started our service from like utility, like mobile balance checking service, we believe like this service is going to be the foundation for the finance service for our target of mobile prepaid users. We at the time we call them billion, next billion users. So we figured that this 1 billion people, they don't fully access various financial services, especially credit services. So like from the day one we launched balance checking for prepaid users. Our dream and vision is to make credit available for those underserved, undercredit users so that actually we can build up financial platform for this, underserved,
Okay, very
undercredit
interesting.
next billion
So
in India.
essentially, the name True Balance comes from this only, right? Because otherwise, today that name is a little bit head scratching. That why is it called True Balance? But now I understand why it's called True Balance, because it made sense. You're creating a sticky product with high repeat usage, so which means your active users would have been relatively high, because as you said, people were recharging 5 6 times a month, so which means 5 6 times a month. And this was a pull service or a push service, like would they ask for what is my balance, or would they automatically be notified your balance is low?
Both, when operators send push message like, USSD or SMS, actually we also process. But also when users want to pull, like they want to check the *123# and then make a call, they can do that over our app. Like they just, pull down. And then actually we make a USSD call and then we get the USS message and we process it and we display in infographic manner. So actually people can easily check
Okay,
out
okay.
how
And
much
this would
balance
be
they have left.
like a gateway. Once people started using it to check balance, then your user base can be monetized by offering recharge and
Yeah, actually, our kind of roadmap was to secure the user traffic
Mm,
from balance checking and then
mm,
balance recharge
mm.
and then payment and then loan.
Okay,
So
okay,
that
got
was
it, got
our
it.
kind of a roadmap.
How did it actually happen? Did you get into mobile charging?
Yeah, actually, we still provide mobile recharge and bill payment, but one thing we kind of failed to follow that roadmap was these payment users, like mobile recharge and bill payment. These payment users are not actually naturally evolving into digital loan service. So there was a kind of disconnection, and then we kind of failed to move those, payment and recharge and balance checking users into the loan, because loan is a very specific, demanding kind of a service, right? So we kind of pivot our service from the payment and mobile recharge to digital loan once we got the MBF's license in 2019. So we started our digital loan
Okay,
service
interesting.
aggressively
So you're
from
saying
then.
the user behavior was such that somebody coming for a recharge would not look at the same app for a loan, even if they were taking a loan, they would not look at the same.
Yeah,
Mm,
the demand is a little bit
mm.
different. So especially personal loan, like of course we provided
Okay,
also like a recharge loan,
like a BNPL.
which means like when they recharge, we provide like
Mm,
yeah, like BNPL, but for recharge like 100 rupees recharge, we charge like 110 rupees, and then like they can pay later, kind of a concept. But it didn't work out well. The very small ticket size and the personal loan, they need cash, right? So yeah, that's why actually, and we moved
okay,
to
so
the personal loan
did you
domain.
spend money on acquiring users? Because I mean, this is a crowded market, right? You have Paytm and FreeCharge and a lot of others who want to capture this user base. Were you able to get users for mobile balance checking? Like your thesis was that mobile balance checking will drive users.
Um,
Did that work out, or did you have to spend money to acquire users?
Yeah, actually, mobile balance checking wise, our service was unique because the other services they provide very good recharge service, but they didn't provide actually mobile balance checking service, right? And then this is free of charge service because we are using operators USSD core network, so it's free. So from the balance checking point of view, we have successfully acquired quite good users,
What
good
kind of
amount of users,
numbers were
but
you acquiring? Like
as I told you, like
monthly signups
Oh,
or
we reached like around more than 50 million, download, and then yes, and then the active users like more than 7 8 million users.
Mm,
So it was quite good, but as I told you, like we kind of failed to monetize it
mm.
based on those user base. That was one kind of a failed actually story we had.
Okay, okay. So 14 to 19 was essentially a journey of trying to monetize these users who were downloading. Did you start a wallet also? Like you got the PPI license, so you
Yes,
launched.
2016, we got the license. So from 2017, we launched our wallet. and then we provide our wallet service. And then after the UPI came out, also we connected with the UPI, and then we provide a UPI vehicle as well.
Okay. I'm guessing wallet is a hard business to build, right? Unless you have, because it needs network effect, right? Like, because these wallets are not interoperable. Like, I can't pay from my wallet to somebody's Paytm wallet. So that must have been a like a very very hard business to scale up.
Yeah, exactly. That was one of the reasons why it also failed. Like, of course, lately, the interoperability is there, so we can utilize it. But definitely, that's one of the reasons.
Oh, so you're saying now there is interoperability
Yeah,
between
now
wallets?
actually the PPI 2.0 came out, and
Okay.
the PPI interoperability is gonna we are gonna launch very soon. The PPI interoperability, so we can even interoperate with the banks as well. So I think that's gonna come very soon.
And how will it work through the phone number? Like, if
Yes, wallet account. You can connect. You need to create the wallet account
okay,
based on your number and the mail.
okay. Interesting, very interesting. I was not aware. Are wallets still in use today? Because I thought UPI would have like killed wallets.
Yeah, wallet traffic is not that high at all. UPI after UPI actually, because the one of the biggest advantage of the wallet is that the very easy and convenient way of payment and then transfer, right? But without OTP. But UPI, actually it's a much more simpler and then easy way. So
Right.
UPI is dominant
Uh,
now, even for
and
us. Yes.
I think there's also some new version of UPI called UPI Lite, which has been
Mm.
launched. What is UPI Lite?
UPI Lite actually we are not actually doing it, but
Okay.
UPI UPI what's it called? UPI 2.0. I think they are in-S kind of things. Even the UPI auto payment, auto linear payment is gonna be enabled. And I think that's gonna be also very powerful for
Auto
our
linear
kind of
payment.
business.
This is like the say every month some subscription money,
Exactly.
like your
Yeah.
Netflix payment can happen
Yeah.
through UPI.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly. Exactly.
recurring payment. Okay, very interesting. Okay,
Mm.
uh, okay. So why did you wait for an NBFC license to launch lending? Because you could have become like, there is that LSP, loan service provider model, through which you don't lend from your own books, but you just source loans for existing NBFCs, and you earn a margin.
Actually, we did without MBIPS license in early 2019. But it was not actually full scaled version of loan business. We had a partnership with the small MBFCs, and we started our business. But you are absolutely right. That was one of our kind of a mistakes. We believe we were supposed to start even before getting the, of course, the MBEPS license, because we had a PPI license, but we thought like, it's gonna happen within 6 months of time after application, but it took like more than 1.5 year because of this PPI license. IBI was a little bit more like, thorough. So I think, it's one of the kind of regrets I have. We were supposed to launch with the various partners based on the LSP model, whatever.
Okay, got it. So tell me the journey once you got the NBFC license. Then did you um, change your product? Like the app on Play Store must have been at one point of time saying check your balance. So did you change that app, and
Yeah.
how did the business shift? You must have had to pivot the business.
Yes, exactly. Like, after we got the license, after we made a decision to comprehensively and aggressively, approach this loan business, we changed our whole the application. And at the time, we actually removed balance checking feature from our app. And we were kind of pivoted to the digital loan focused, service. That's where actually we started to build up small ticket size. Like at the time, our loan was 1 month product, and then the more smaller, the ticket size.
What
So
ticket
we
size
started
average?
at the time. Our average ticket size is like around a few thousand rupees, a
Okay.
few thousand rupees. Now it's like 15,000 rupees, but at the time it's like, less than 5,000 rupees. So very small ticket size and then very short term tenure loan at the time we provided.
And how did you build your underwriting engine? Because you're saying next billion users, there probably would not have been a credit score for most of these users that you wanted to lend to. How did you? Because, I mean, in the lending business, it's easy to lend; it's hard to recover, and success comes when you recover the money. So, how did you uh, create that strength and capability to make the business profitable by actually recovering the money, lending to the right people, lending the right amount for the right duration?
Actually, that's uh, that's basically everything, right? The foundation of this loan, so-called loan or lending business, right? How to underwrite them, how to manage the risk. So, but actually, we from the day one we launched this service and company, we were very focused on the data. So we actually successfully have built up our data server, data network from the balance checking time, and then we had a very good actually data analytics team, and then we kind of get the users access, a grant, and then access to various kinds of information and data. So when we start to prepare this digital loan service, we actually successfully managed to build up so-called alternative credit scoring model. So version one, like version 0.5 and version one, we launched in 2019. So we can access as an application Android application provider. We can access various Android data set, like what kind of a handphone model they are actually using it, what kind of application they are using it, like basic geography information and various finance related SMS information. So there are like various very valuable data set we can access, and fortunately we actually had a message engine which is to provide balance checking feature. So based on this message engine, we have developed, like finance related, message storing and analysis engine. So now actually we have three models running: bank score version 6, alternative credit score version 5, SMS score version 3. All those models we could have successfully managed to build up based on this our previous endeavors, like message engine and other data analytics skill.
Can we spend some time on each of these? Let's start with the SMS score. What determines
Uh,
SMS?
of course,
Yes.
we can refer to that, and then to some extent it's valuable. But many of our users, they don't have a civil score, and they have a very low actually civil score. That's why we have built up our own proprietary alternative credit scoring model, so that actually we can actually build up our own users credit level. So we call it POD score, probably of default score. So this POD score, based on this POD score, we disperse the loan. And then also we have like a pricing engine. We call it RBP engine, risk-based pricing engine. So based on this RBP engine, we can kind of decide the interest rate. So those things, and then the based on the income level, and then the expected 4-year kind of level, we disperse like how much we can disperse to our users. So we have built up various underwriting related models, and then actually we disperse the loan.
Um, so, without giving specific details, if you can talk about the philosophy of each of these, like, for example, a good SMS
Mm,
score means that the person has regular paycheck coming in, so that will
for
give
now,
us.
actually, these three models are now almost integrated, and then it's working as a kind of one model.
Okay.
But originally when we designed, when we started, like bank score, ACS, bank score is the oldest. Second is the ACS, and third one is the SMS score. SMS score is comparatively young, actually.
Sorry, what's the
So
second one? ECS.
ACS,
ACS.
alternative credit scoring,
Okay. Okay.
alternative credit scoring model.
Okay.
So we have bank score is like bank statement
Right. Which,
based.
like,
We
someone will
request
upload a PDF or something.
exactly, and then we are kind of scripting. So bank score is version 6. ACS is like as I told you, like various Google Android based data set we access, and then we build up the underwriting model. The third one is the SMS, because SMS, financially related SMS, is very, very powerful. So we decided to build a separate model based on the SMS. So actually, we built up SMS.
Okay. Okay. I'm assuming in the Android data set, you would, for example, if somebody has many loan apps on their phone, then that would be a red flag. Like, it would mean that he's trying to get loan from many different places. Like that would, and probably for each geography you would have some sort of a score. People from some geography might be high risk. Like those would be the ways in which that Android data is evaluated.
Uh, not actually deeply, but overall, I think not just our company, but also like all digital lenders, all basically lenders are very similar. Relatively, South region people, they are more like they have a lower default rate than the North, and then there are like some characteristics based on the region and then age group, and then like the metropolitan level. Those kind of things are there.
Okay, okay, okay. Got it, got it. Okay. And what is, what kind of NPA levels have you seen? How has that improved over the years? When you launched, what kind of NPA levels were you seeing then?
Yeah, actually, when you launch our service, it's over 10%. And then for the COVID time, it was like, 30, 40%.
Wow.
COVID moratorium. I don't know if you remember it.
Yes, yes.
Moratorium was there. But now, actually, for last 3 and 4 years, we have managed to upgrade the models. And then we have upgraded our underwriting capability so much. So I think now our DPD, default rate, is like around 6%, 7%, that range.
Okay. And what is the average rate of interest that you charge?
Actually, we are charging very low actually interest, very low interest, like 0.1% per day, or like a week. I don't remember exactly, but our late payment interest late the default kind of interest is very low.
So 0.1% per day would work out to about 36% annually.
Yeah, but I don't remember exactly. I think maybe now is 0.51% for 1 week or something. The
Okay.
bottom line is the like very low. We are charging relatively low actually late payment interest.
You charge interest only on late payment, or like what is?
No, 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 no. We are charging also monthly interest as well.
Oh, so
I
what is that
cannot I
monthly?
cannot share with you the exact. Actually, you can refer to our app, but
Okay.
we charging 0.0% processing fee to 5% processing fee, and then like 0.5% to 4 5% monthly interest, depending on our users' credit
Mm.
limit, and then POD score.
Okay. Okay. And what is the average loan duration?
We have now two products, 3 months and 6 months. So it's like average is like many of our users they repay in advance before the due. So average period is like around 4 months, and then we are now actually about to launch like 9 months and 12 months product as well.
Okay, which in the beginning was 1 month. So that 1 month
Yeah,
duration.
yeah. 3 years back when you launched it, it was 1 month, but now actually we have 3 months and 6 months product because
Okay.
of the Google policy, because of the RBI regulation, many things. Actually, we changed it our tenure from 1 month to 3 months, 2 months first, and then 3 months, and now actually we launched the 6 months, and then we are about to launch 9 and 12 months. But that's for our users, interest, because we
Uh,
wanted to lower our interest for our users. We want to give more bigger ticket size loans to our users.
just tell me again, what are these Google policies and RBI policies because of which you have
Google
to
Google
stop?
Google doesn't allow 1 month product, officially in the
Okay.
Google
Okay.
policy. So
Okay.
once we have a official 1 month product, they don't allow to upload it.
So
So
they,
that's the
they look
kind
at
of
that as like predatory lending 1 month. product?
I don't know exactly, but that's what actually the Google is doing it.
Okay.
And then RBI doesn't have a very strong official guideline for tenure kind of things. But as you know, RBI is very, very strict, sensitive about users' interest. So to protect our user, I think it's a right direction. So they are doing some of these things.
So you're saying short duration loans have higher interest rate than long duration loans.
Yeah, normally, yes,
Why
because
is that? Like at a fundamental level, like why is
actually, I don't know if you have the concept of APR, like, annualized percentage rate. So
okay?
if you think about APR, once you have a longer tenure product, you can charge very lower, even with the same amount of the revenue you are going to generate, you can charge lower monthly interest to our users. So longer tenure product is beneficial for our users because they have a lower burden for the interest payment. Also, they can get bigger ticket size because monthly EMI amount point of view. Once you have a longer tenure product, you have a less burden to pay every month, right? The amount you need to pay is gonna be less. So longer tenure product is good for a PR point of view, and then the ticket size point of view.
Okay, I understand ticket size. Like if you're taking a 3 month loan for 15,000, means you're paying 5,000 each month. If you take a 1 year loan, then that 15,000 can become 60,000, again 5,000 each month. So obviously your access, you can now access 60,000 instead of 15,000 in one go. I'm not very clear on this APR concept. If you can explain with an example, or if you think it's too technical, we can skip it.
No, it's not too technical, but it's a very simple thing. Like if you charge 1% per month, and then you have a 12 months product, right? You can make 12% interest from them, right?
Right.
From this one sales of this loan, right? But
Okay.
if you have a 6 months product, and then you charge 1% per month, then you can make 6% of the profit, right? Instead of 12%, you can only make 6%. And then if you annualize it, it's the same, 12%, right? But actually you can make only 6% of the revenue only, while this 12 months product generates 12% of revenue. So even with the same APR, the 6 months product you are going to make only 6%. This 12% product you are going to make 12%. So instead of 12%, even though I charge 10%, I actually make 4% more compared to the 6 months product. So that's the kind of a very simple math.
Okay, okay, I understand. There
Mm,
is a
mm.
customer acquisition cost for each transaction. Like there's a
Exactly.
transaction cost. So if you're
Mm,
doing 6% loan two times, so that you're paying the transaction cost or the customer acquisition cost
mm,
twice to make that same amount of money. If you do it once, so it's like basically
mm,
bulk packaging. Basically, the customer acquisition cost is split over a longer period, so you can pass that benefit on. Okay, I understand.
mm.
Okay, okay, got it. And so, what is the approach towards acquiring customers? What's your go-to market? That also must have changed. Were you earlier doing performance marketing for the balance checking product?
Um, Actually, basically, we are doing similar like online marketing and then growth hacking marketing, digital marketing for now, like Facebook marketing, Google marketing, SMS marketing, affiliate marketing. We are doing it. So from those digital marketing point of view, we are doing the similar kind of marketing activities with other digital players. But one thing kind of unique to our service is that from all time, like when we provided the balance checking features, we are very strong in acquiring users through we call it referral marketing, network marketing. So once they refer our service to others, they get some incentive, and then they can get the service. So for this loan, also we are doing it. We call it welcome loan. This welcome loan is a specific product, specialized product for this network marketing. So our users recommend the loan to their friends. If they get the loan, we share some incentive. That's gonna be very, very cost effective. And then I think we are doing very good cost effective good CAC wise marketing. So that's another big advantage pros we have from CAC point of view, marketing point of view.
Uh, this would be in the form of a like a mobile recharge, or what would the bonus, the referral bonus, what,
Uh,
or is it like
we are,
cash?
yeah, we are giving the cashback points to our wallet.
Okay, in the
Okay,
wallet.
and then they can utilize it. They can, because they can recharge the wallet money to their bank, so they can use it for, like, cash.
Okay, 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 okay. It's a cash based. And
Mm.
what does it cost you? Like, what is your average referral amount that you spend for every user who is signed up?
It's much more cost effective than, like, affiliate marketing or Facebook and Google marketing. So our CH cost is quite actually competitive. Thanks for this referral welcome loan type of marketing.
Okay, okay. And this works because you already have 6-7 million users, active users, from the legacy balance checking product. So therefore, those legacy users have, so there's enough base for referral marketing to help you. Otherwise, for a new company, this might not work, right? Like,
Yeah, that's partially yes and partially no, because of course, when we launch our loan service, you're right. I mean, we already have some users, so that actually they can report to our service. But at the same time, as I told you, these payment users and loan users are different. So to some extent, it was working, but it was not actually totally working. So we started to build up our own loan users, and then once we have loan users, actually we apply the same referral network marketing vehicle to those users to expand our loan users.
okay, got it, got it. So initially, you would have spent more on performance marketing, and then you would have reduced that spending once referrals.
Exactly, exactly.
And what's your split now? What percentage of users come through referral? And between all
Around,
the
like,
sources, like,
30% 40% of our users are coming from this network marketing.
and the remaining 60 come from what sources?
Various digital marketing vehicles is like basically same: Facebook, Google, SMS, affiliate, all those like digital marketing vehicles, which is the same as others.
Okay, okay, got it, got it. And there's this ratio CAC to LTV, the customer acquisition costs, as a
Mm,
percentage of the long-term value of the customer. What is that ratio like
mm.
for you?
That's another big kind of like, comparative point. We have our repeat loan rate is actually maximum 85%. So once our users get the loan, the probability of revisit and to get the loan again is 85%. So our, CAC LTV ratio is quite high. It's like, over 5 times. So I think, that's another thing we are very proud. And then that's from the nature of our users, nature of our product, nature of our, like, product market fit.
Amazing, amazing. So 85% repeat rate is very, very high, I think. Okay. Uh,
Yes.
what is the reason for your success? I mean, as a product, it is definitely a product which is seeing success. What is the reason for it? Is it that you have selected a untapped market, or is it that you are better at marketing, or what do you attribute the success to? Like, is it the selection of the market,
Mm,
or the execution, or the strategy,
that's
or
yeah, I think that's a $1 million question. I think that's the question we need to answer that, because not just us, it doesn't apply just to us. Like, many digital lending companies as well, and many fintech companies as well. But from my translation point of view, I believe one word, focus. Our kind of one of the biggest. There might be several points, but one of the biggest ones is that focus. We are very focused on our target of users. We are very focused on our kind of products. We are very focused on our kind of underwriting model. We are very focused on our kind of users tailored marketing and our kind of tailored collection. So everything comes from our target users. We call ourselves as a segment player. We are very proud. We are not proud that, okay, everybody. you come and then you get whatever you want. No, 1 crore, 10 lakh of money users. I'm sorry, our service is not for you. We are very specialized for maximum is 1 lakh. Maximum period is 6 months for now. Later, maybe 12 months. But our major product is 3 months, 6 months. So our target of users are very crystal clear. We are only focused on those users. So everything is tailored for that. Of course, maybe some of my friends even told me like, "Hey Charlie, why are you doing so difficult business? It's not easy to manage the risk. It's not easy to underwrite them properly. There are so many good users. Like, you can just give 1 crore loan to one person, then your 10,000 rupees loan, you need to sell like 1,000 people. But this 1 crore. But we are doing it intentionally because we believe, first of all, we want to create the value, like finance for all. We want to solve this financial inclusion issue. We want to solve this access to credit kind of issues. But also at the same time, this is a big market. I don't know if you have read it or not. I think, if you Google, like, Google and CB report, you can easily actually find out. I'm going to share with you this link so that actually you can refer to that. It's like, the report came out, 2 years ago, 2021. It was a very, very interesting actually report. I will just share the link here so you can actually refer to that. There are many very interesting, because this is from Google and Civil, these big guys. And then they are talking about digital loan, and they are talking about small ticket size loan, everything. But one of the biggest thing is that under 10,000 rupees loan in 2017, it's only 3% out of whole digital loan. Transactional number wise, not volume wise, that number became 70% in 2021. 3% became 70% in less than 4 years. And now, after 2 years, then 2021, the number I strongly believe is more than 90%. This
Wow.
small ticket size loan market is growing explosively because because of smartphone. Indian people, next billion people, Indian middle class people, they don't need 1 crore money. They don't need 10 lakh of money. They need like 10,000 rupees, like, 20,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees money. And then this market is already huge and major, but it was in offline, gold loan or like payday loan. But thanks for smartphone, this market is coming into digital. So this digital, out of digital loan is very, very natural to see, because that's the major market. That's the major population, major product, what they need. We are providing those loans only. Some actually players are very proud that you please come here and then you can get 1 crore money to 1,000 rupees. We don't do that. We are not interested in providing 1 crore or even 10 lakh. Maximum 1 lakh only. I'm sorry. Many of my actually friends ask me, "Hey Charlie, I heard that you are doing loan business. Can I get the loan? Like, I need just 50 lakh." So I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna introduce to you one good ICICI Bank branch guy. So you better talk to him. Maximum you are gonna get 1 lakh." So that kind of story happens a lot. So yeah, that's it.
Interesting. So you're saying two factors. One is the market is exploding from 7% transaction wise, 7% share, to today you're estimating 90% share is this.
Yeah, from 3% in 2017 to now, I think it's more than 90%.
3% to 90%. Amazing,
Yeah,
amazing. And
amazing.
I'm guessing that this would have also been driven by the UPI apps, right? Every UPI app is now looking at lending as the way to make money, especially Paytm, and so they would also be powering this explosion.
I think, actually, if you Google it, Binance, what's the term of Binance, then actually you can get the kind of the translation. Actually, that's the definition of the loan. Finance is actually is equal to loan. Even banks, actually the original bank, right? Original banks is loan, actually, and then the biggest business model for banks is actually the loan. And the biggest business model for security companies, stock trading company, actually it's loan. The biggest business model for insurance companies is also loan. So every financial player, actually, by the end of the day, they are making money from the loan. So loan is the core of the gist of the finance. And then definitely, yes, we are very focused on this loan and we are making money out of the loan. But I think it's because that's the strongest demand is of the all finance service is the loan. That's why I think, loan is very, very important. And then basically that's empowering people's life.
Okay, okay. What's your ideal customer profile like?
Yeah, that's also very interesting question. Our average age is like 20 to 35 years old, like more than 70, 80% of our users are coming from there. And then 70%, 80% also our users are from tier two, tier three cities, suburb areas. And then we cover like 95% of pin code of Pan India. And then like we have a salaried and then, small shop owners, kirana shop owners, they're mixed. But typically our kind of users like all 20 to 35 years old, and then they move from the country to the city. They work as a gig workers or like a small kirana shop workers, and then they send money every month to their home, like 50% or 30% of their salary, and then they spend 20-30% for their rent, and then 20-30% for their life, daily life. So that's the kind of typical our users, the profile.
And they would take a loan to maybe buy a mobile phone or some sort of asset purchase or something like that.
Yeah, but still this digital loan market is not huge, like less than 100 million people. In India for now, more than 600, 700 million people use a smartphone. But only less than like, I think maybe 70, 80 million people only, they use the loan over the app. So still this market, the potential is huge.
Amazing, amazing. So a lot of growth potential yet. And what you said that you're not for everyone, so which means saying a lot of no. What is the what does your funnel look like? Like, how many people download the app and sign up versus how many of them actually are approved for a loan?
Approval rate is, it depends on our kind of a business focus and everything. So it varies. But, average, our funnels, like we are also very focused on the funnel improvement, funnel integration. We are also very strong. We are very proud of this funnel kind of improvement and A/B test kind of things. But anyway, like around 20% of whole our users, we try to give approved a loan out of 100 users from the downloading.
Yeah, okay. So 20% of people who apply for a loan or 20% of people who download, because some people might download and not apply because they're not getting the value. If someone wants a 1 lakh loan
That
and is
number is not that different. The number
okay,
is not that different.
okay, 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 got it, okay. And what is your collection strategy?
Actually we have another machine learning based model, so called the collection score. So collection score is like we don't count on any offline agent. Like based on the credit collection score, with some users we never contact because we know these people really pay, and then some users we are very focused on DPD -5. Some users like
Sorry,
DPD,
DPD. What is DPD?
the
Okay, due date.
due
Okay,
due date, yeah,
okay,
due dates -5.
okay.
Some users we only do calling or online push after D5, due 5. So depending on this collection score, we have different strategy, but basically we are counting on push message, SMS, and final measure is basically call. So we barely count on the offline agent. That's why actually we are kind of saving a lot of cost from collection point of view.
Right. And for such low ticket loans, offline doesn't make sense. The cost will be too high. I mean, you'll lose money on each loan if you start deploying
Mm,
offline
yeah.
agents. And they pay through like a UPI transaction or something on the app.
Yeah, so majorly.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
And it's a like if someone is taking a 6 month loan, then like every month he has an EMI, or it's up to him, like he can pay as, like there is flexibility in paying, or how is
Yeah,
it?
yes, we have a flex loan, and then they have flexibility. Yes,
Okay, okay, okay. And the interest will be charged according to the repayment schedule that they.
yes, yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Got it, got it. Okay. Uh, what is the dispersal rate right now? Like monthly, how, like what is your loan disperse? How much do you disperse every month? Loans?
We are growing 10% month to month. So which means like which is gonna end up like 2.5 to 3 times more growth every year. So that's the kind of a growth rate we are making.
Amazing. Okay, interesting. Uh, where where does that put you among your peers? Like say early
Yeah, that's very
salary and
interesting question. Yeah, like there are many digital players, like even Paytm, they want to do this digital loan. Everybody is talking about
yes,
it.
yes,
When it
yes,
comes to these digital lenders, there are many good, actually very, very good players, like Moneyview, Credit B, and then there are many. But
yes.
if you ask me who is your strongest competitor, my answer is like gold loan guys, payday loan guys, because still most of our target users, more than 90% of our users, they get the loan from them.
Okay,
So some people ask me like, this market is very competitive, there are so many players out there. But from my point of view, no, because in this market, and as I told you, like this market is growing explosively.
right.
We are competing, but this market, the demand is so high. Supply, I don't think it's a problem. This is not red ocean market at all. This is the pure light blue market. So I think from my point of view, more important thing for us to take into consideration is that how to get those gold loan users and then payday loan users to get into this digital loan application based loans and then get the loan very very good, much better UX and then commercials.
Uh, the payday loan industry in India, is it like a formal industry? Like there are RBI registered NBFCs
No,
doing that?
no,
Or
I don't think so. I don't think so. There are so
okay,
many like very small players without license. That's
okay.
another kind of a problem. I mean this digital loan, of course, there are many not actually good and then qualified digital players. But thanks for these digital loan guys, including us, I think this market is going to be very transparent, and then it's open, right? Everything is open and then regulated. So I think RBI is going in the right direction, and then I think this whole technology, smartphone, data thing is getting us, guiding us into the right direction.
Do you see challenges with data privacy, data security laws? Increasingly it's becoming tight. Your ability to do underwriting would get affected if the amount of data which you are allowed to access gets restricted.
Um, no, because I think India is from like India's tech, India's tech point of view. India is amazing. I mean, of course, we still depend on some like Android phone, the data set, but AA, this AA, we actually use AA for now. And
Okay, so
then thanks for this
AA is account aggregator
account aggregator, right, right.
framework. Okay.
So, once we start to use it, it's amazing. I mean, it's very easy we don't have to ask, people to upload their bank statement PDF anymore. So it's actually great tool. So I think this Indian government efforts to make or digitalize it India, it's going to help us a lot. Actually, it already happened because eKYC, and then like this UPI, IMPS, all those things were enabled in a very short term, and then without that, actually, our kind of players cannot do business, right? So this kind of a evolution, revolution, still going on, and then I don't think it's gonna impact very badly into our business.
So this account aggregator framework, I've been hearing about it for a year now, but has it actually become meaningful?
Yes, actually, we are utilizing it in a very meaningful manner. Of course, SBI is not fully onboarded yet. That's the
Okay,
only one problem.
okay,
But we are saving a lot of cost from this
What
AA.
percentage of your users are opting for this framework, account aggregator framework?
More than 50-60%. So I
Okay.
think the number is getting more and more.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very, very high number. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. And in this account aggregator framework, basically, they give you a consent for one-time access to their the entire transactions in their bank account.
Not just bank, actually, if they have some other like financial transactions, they are gonna open it as well. So I
Okay,
think it's
like
great.
mutual fund
Mm.
investments, insurance
Yeah,
policies.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Anything where your PAN is linked, I guess, would be
Yeah,
available.
pan card is a minimum, yes, requirement.
Okay. Okay. What's been your learning as a founder building a business in India, especially a founder who's not from India? What are the what are the unique learnings you've had? What are the challenges you've encountered as an expat founder?
Mm, actually, I want to share my very interesting story. Whenever I had some kind of a dinner or like coffee with my friends, old friends, Indian friends, they like, hey Charlie, you are like, quarter Indian, you have been here for a long time, 20 years. But whenever I get that kind of a compliment, so called, I kind of challenge my friends. Hey guys, if you answer me right for those following very simple basic three questions, then I'm gonna admit that I'm a quarter Indian and you are 100% Indian. But if not, I'm gonna claim that I'm more Indian than you. So I ask like three questions. Sometimes it changes, but like for example, what kind of a prepaid pack is the most popular, most selling prepaid pack? And then a long time back, like what's the most popular phone in India? And then like and then there are like some examples which real next billion Indians use. You know, actually, of course, India is a great market. I mean, there are so many opportunities. This is like, as I told you, like size of the market, speed of the growth, maturity of the market. Still, these three point of view, India is the best. Still, from my point of view. So, like if you ask those kind of questions, and then I'm sorry, but not many of Indians can get those questions right because India is big country. I think like there are three or four countries in the even the same region, like Gurgaon area. There are three countries there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So to
absolutely.
understand the real India, from my point of view, as a foreigner, as a foreigner Indian, I claim myself as a genuine Indian now, not quarter Indian. But as a foreigner, I think for me because I don't have any kind of a preperception or whatever. I'm not actually connected with any of one group or something. So like I see India as India, and then like I don't have any prejudice and I don't have any favor against what. So I think I see India as India as it is, and then I see a lot of opportunities, and then I see like business and life. So I think that's one kind of advantage I think I have. But second one is like that's the more important one. India is many like it doesn't just apply to India but also to other countries as well. Indian people don't see India's real the big potential as it is. Because for me, of course India has a lot of problems. Every country has a lot of problems. This country also same. This country has a lot of problems. But compared to others, I mean this country has a lot of amazing big potential and then things going on. So Indian people like ask me like what's your plan for going outside of India? What's your plan? So like when can you go to the Bangladesh or Sri Lanka or like Indonesia? But as I told you, like I compare India, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, others. I chose India because for me, frankly speaking, I don't have time to focus on India even. Why do I need to go out of India? India is too big, and then India is a good market. So I really want to focus on this market for now. So, likewise, I think, India is really, really great market. And then, we need to see this market as it is. So, from that point of view, also, I think, maybe I have a little bit better understanding and then better position to approach that.
Okay, got it. Amazing. And what did you have to learn to run a business in India? You must have had to learn some things about how business operates in India. I'm sure it would be very
Mm,
different from Korea.
uh, First and the utmost important thing is that India is big. India is not one. That that's as simple as it is. India, like as a Korean guy, maybe if I'm from maybe China or like maybe US or something, maybe I could be in a better position to understand more. But as a Korean, like we are a very small country and then very single blooded, you know, kind of small mindset of country. So
Homogeneous country, like everyone is similar.
yeah, yeah, almost same appearance, and the same language. So, like 50 million people only. It's like, almost same as NCR region only. It's small. But India is big and then very, very different kind of people. Very, very different kind of approach is required. I think not just regionally, but also like, many aspects. So I think that's the most important one to, keep that in mind. And then there are so many talented people. So I think, that's also one of the very, very important things to keep that in mind to expand our business.
Okay, amazing.